Calling it a redneck midlife crisis. Don't wanna buy a fancy new car. A good fishing hole is good for the soul. Camping out and sleeping under the stars.
Hi there, we're the Greens. I'm Todd.
And I'm Judith Smith-Jones-Anderson Green.
Yeah, and this is Land Yachting. It's our new YouTube channel. How do you like it?
Oh, it's great. And if you're new here, that's great. And if you've been here before, welcome back to everyone is welcome as we share our adventure. We welcome everyone.
Right. So, you know, today we wanted to tell you a little bit about ourselves because, well, about a year ago, we sold everything, consolidated down to a little storage unit, and we packed up our land yacht, didn't we, dear?
Our land yacht, yep, we've been sailing the interstate ever since.
Our 40-foot Montana Hickory. That's right, fifth wheel, only style. So anyway, we packed it all up, we hit the road, and we want to share our adventures with you and give you a few tips and tricks along the way.
Because we've learned so much about RVing, and we can teach it all to you so you can have these adventures too, right, darling?
That's right, because we kind of feel like life's an adventure. And if you're not adventuring, what good is it? So anyway, today, look at where we're at. We're in Fort Knox. That's right, this is the M1 Abrams tank. One of the security guards told me that.
I love that tank.
Which, by the way, we tried to get in to see the museum, but they wouldn't let us, would they, dear?
No, we could not even get in. And we had to bring our passports and extra ID just to get in, and then they still wouldn't. I couldn't even take a picture of it.
The security is so tight here. It's locked up like...
it's locked up tighter than Fort Knox.
Yeah, Fort Knox.
Yes.
Tighter than Fort Knox, that's right. So, but we're going to try and come back another time and take a few pictures, so don't you worry, we'll have some for you. So, today, what we're going to be talking about to everybody is, well, we want to talk about boondocking, right, Peaches?
Yeah, that's right, Cuddle Bear, because we've learned a lot of places that we can boondock for free, and we're going to share them all with you. We'll give you the whole list.
We're going to teach you as much as we've learned in the last year, and then some. So what do you think, Peaches? Should we go take some more pictures?
Yes, let's go. Come on, Cuddle Bear. We'll take more pictures.
Okay, let's do that, and we'll see you later, and then we'll come back and talk about boondocking.
But before we get to that...
So, what are we going to talk about now, Peaches?
How to organize your refrigerator. So we can show all of the RVers how to organize their fridge, because an RV refrigerator isn't as big as what you would have in your home refrigerator.
Not at all. Why don't you share with the folks how you did it?
Well, when you go shopping, you get all these containers and they're different sizes, and then it's hard to find a way to fit them all in the refrigerator.
Well, I'd agree with you there, but I know I'm supposed to be hands-off. Kind of fits together like Tetris though, huh?
Exactly. So I got a whole collection of uniform size containers. So now it's like more like playing with Legos instead of Tetris.
I like that. So stay tuned, because we're going to be talking real soon about how to boondock for free.
Yes, boondocking up next.
Oh, you did good on that one, Peaches.
Did I?
You did. Okay, but before we get into that, we wanted to share with you something else that we learned on our first year out on the road, right, Peaches?
Yes, Cuddle Bear, we've learned so much in our adventure.
Yes, we have. I mean, golly, especially driving through the South and the Midwest. We've hit so many deer this year. I mean, they just go right through the old grill and puncture the radiator with those big antlers that they've got, you know? I mean, how many antlers... How many radiators did we go through this year, dear? Was it 5 or 6?
I don't know. It was just so sad to see the poor injured little animal.
Oh, I know, but the counselor says you're dealing with it quite well. So anyway, yeah, I think it was about 6 radiators this year. So finally, we got tired of spending money on that, and we went out and bought a darn tootin' grill guard. Yep. That's right, $1,200, and we put it on there, and I tell you, it just looks really sharp here, doesn't it? Solid as a rock.
But Cuddle Bear, you have to let the folks know, how is it working?
Oh, well, you know, from first-hand experience, I gotta say, this thing works like a charm. What a brilliant investment. We put this thing on 3 months ago, haven't hit a single deer since, so perfect.
Yep, it's working well, and you were so smart. You found a really good one for us.
Oh, thanks, Peaches.
Yeah.
So, anyway, now we can get into talking about boondocking. We don't need to be talking about all of our toys and accessories all the time, do we, Peaches?
Oh no, we want to help everyone else have an adventure like we are.
That's right. Okay, well, let's talk about boondocking. So here we are, our favorite boondocking spot, Walmart. You know, one of the most important and first lessons we learned when we were out there on the road for that first year was, by golly, Walmart, most of them, if you get permission, and I tell you gotta ask, they'll let you stay in the parking lot overnight absolutely free.
That's right, Cuddle Bear. We found it's a great deal. We had great adventure getting here. And you know what? You know why this is my favorite place?
Why is that, Peaches?
All the sites are paved.
That's right, very few bugs.
Very few bugs, and most of the sites are level, fairly level. And there's usually a few other RVers for neighbors, and they're always friendly.
That's right, because there's safety in numbers, isn't there, Peaches?
That's right.
Yeah. So anyway, we're just about out of time for this segment, so we want to thank you for joining us for the first time. And boy, Peaches, I do think it's about time to wrap it up. I'm just running out of steam. You know, I think that Zip Fizz is wearing off.
No, Cuddle Bear. I think it's probably the Pepsi and the two Mr. Pibbs that are wearing off.
Well, that's a possibility. Well, anyway, say goodbye, Peaches.
Goodbye, Peaches.
See ya.
What in the world do organizing your fridge and grill guards for the truck have to do with boondocking? They mentioned Walmart, but not much else. It looks as though Todd and Judith still have a long way to go on their learning curve when it comes to making how-to videos. The full-time RV lifestyle is usually about saving money, and it doesn't always make sense to pay $30 to $60 for a few hours of sleep when towing a self-contained coach. And for the sake of time, we're going to share the website and app so you can check it out and see if it works for you.
When we first hit the road, like many new full-timers, we weren't sure what to do if we couldn't find an RV-friendly Walmart or where they might even be. After hours in the truck looking at dozens of websites and smartphone apps, we finally found a free app that provided the information we were looking for. Our go-to app or website for on-the-fly information is RV Parky. Here we can find gas stations, dump stations, low clearance alerts, and boondocking locations. A common use of RV Parky for us is when we need to stop for fuel. When he says, for example, we'll need gas in 200 miles, and log into RV Parky, plot our direction of travel, and look up the gas stations and pick a good place to stop in that range.
And with our mobile phone provider, as long as we're on an interstate, we almost always have a 4G signal.
This one is really important to any RVer, the low clearance alerts. Know the height of your coach and look at this map before you get off the interstate.
Keep in mind, much of the information is user input, so keep your expectations realistic about the occasional misinformation.
The second one is RV overnight parking friendly locations. We're usually scoping this out a couple of times per day based upon our travel goals for that day, fatigue, or an unforeseen incident that takes up time like a flat tire. When looking for a boondocking location, we filter the search to narrow in on businesses who accommodate overnight parking, then usually call ahead to verify what we saw in the app. There are many other features on their website and the free app, so check it out. A couple of times we had a problem and even a suggestion once, and all it took was a quick email to the developer and he got right on it.
And one last thing, this is a community-based forum, so if you use it to get information, share your experience for future users. As always, thanks for watching.
Well, good night.
Sleep tight.
Don't forget, subscribe and like.